Welcome back to episode 75 of G'day from the USA. I'm your host, Lady Amanda, and I thought it would be fun to have a chat about what it's really like for an Australian living and working in the USA. My co-host this week is Tiffany.
Good morning, everyone.
You may remember her from many, many episodes ago. Do you remember what number it was? I want to say 12.
I did 12, but I think I was also on episode 6 or 9, something like that.
We are also joined by, well, how do we say it? Like by proxy?
Yeah, I mean, they're in the room. They're eating breakfast.
She has 3 kids. She actually has 4 kids, but 3 of them are here. So, Tiffany, can you do a little intro? Born in California.
Raised mostly in California. I was in Las Vegas for a few years, but mostly in California.
Mm-hmm.
Then I married into the military and have been traveling every 3 to 4 years since then.
Yeah, so our story is that we met in Washington. We worked together, and you have now moved to Oklahoma, which is where we are, on location, live.
From Oklahoma.
From Lawton, Oklahoma, where there is a military base here. Well, it's an army base, actually. Yes, she's nodding, while feeding her 1-year-old, who has the most beautiful hair ever in existence. Anyway, it's been an amazing week and a half, would we say?
Yeah, it's been about a week and a half.
Yes, I have had the most incredible time. We have seen and done so much. What has been the highlight of your week and a half?
It was probably going down or up to Powhasca to see the Pioneer Woman.
Yes. So, I mean, I had never heard of the Pioneer Woman, but she is on the Food Network is what I understand.
Yes, American TV staple. Gotta watch her in the mornings.
Mm-hmm. And, yes, we were able to tour her lodge, which was absolutely incredible. It was a trek. It was about, what was it, 4-hour drive?
I don't know if it was really 4 hours. We did a lot of stopping and going other places.
We went via Kansas, believe it or not. So we basically... Well, to put it this way, Lawton, Oklahoma is down, would you say the southeast?
Southwest.
Southwest.
Yes, southwest.
And we went to the northeast.
Yeah, actually.
So we went diagonally. Someone is really wanting your attention. He is like, feed me. Hey? He is very, very cute. He's smiling at me now. Because I swear to God, kids are manipulative. I was saying this to Tiffany last night, that they just know the exact cry to get attention, and then 3 seconds later they're smiling.
That is a kid for you.
Yes. But yeah, that was amazing. We got to see the lodge where she makes her cooking show, like she records.
Yeah, she films there and sometimes has parties and cookouts and stuff with the family and films those also.
Wow, very cool. We had other highlights. I really enjoyed our trips to Texas. We went to Fort Worth.
Yes.
Which was fun.
We also went up to Wichita Falls. I don't know why I keep saying up.
I was about to say it's down. We went south. Here in America, they're very all about north, east, southwest, you know. Like, go north, go south, go west, and I'm just like, can you just tell me left or right? You know, just give me some clear directions.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the compass in the car, I wouldn't know.
Right. So my next port of call, I'm heading down to Texas, which I'm going to be very sad about. But can I just briefly tell you that I had a most incredible day yesterday. I had to go pick up a T-shirt. We went to this buffalo. Well, actually, I learnt that it's not called buffalo. You can say American buffalo, but technically it's a bison. Because when you say buffalo, it relates to some African buffalo. I got schooled. But yeah, it was amazing. I went to Medicine Park. They had this swimming hole.
Amanda and her swimming holes and water that gets hot while other people are in there. She just loves it.
Well, this one was cold, so it wasn't bad. But we did have a pretty amazing week. Let's talk about Tulsa.
Oh, that was interesting. So Miss Amanda here has me get up at the crack of dawn. It was definitely before dawn, really.
Yes.
And I drive 4.5 hours to Tulsa.
I think it was 3.
Okay. It felt like 4.5 hours to Tulsa. And we get there and there is a storm. It is raining like crazy.
Like literally lightning was striking above us.
And that is the moment they decided we were supposed to get out of the car and run into a news station to the wrong door at that.
So we're waiting at the wrong door. And then I call the guy. Well, let's backtrack. This guy had reached out to me on TikTok and said, welcome to Oklahoma. I've been following you for a while. If you come to Tulsa, please, I would love to have you come visit the station and maybe put you on the news. And I was like, ugh.
Obviously, that translated to, please come to Tulsa immediately. We have to have you on the news.
So, long story short, we did get up the crack of dawn. I think I was up at like 3 or 2 or something insane. But we did make it to Tulsa, made it through the storm, and we got an amazing tour of the studio, and we saw them recording news live. KOTV News on 6.
That was it.
So anyway, because there was this huge storm, they basically said that all resources are covering this storm. Juju, what you doing? This kid is cute. Covered in oatmeal, but absolutely adorable. Anyway, so basically they had to spend more time than they, I guess, were anticipating on this storm because there were power outages. Like it caused traffic chaos. And they were doing live crosses every few minutes to the weather and this and that. And anyway, long story short, we were able to get this amazing tour, and I really thought it was amazing to watch the weather guy record because I could not do what he was doing. He's on a green screen and he's basically pointing to different regions of Oklahoma and discussing them, and I'm like, how is he doing that? Like, how is he knowing exactly where each thing was to a green screen? You know what I mean? It was quite the work of art. Anyway, we went in. The guy's like, Jeremy, he's like, come in and watch the news get recorded. So as we walk in, I hear these words. Coming up after the break, an Australian woman is touring the United States, is road tripping. I was like, what? And the guy goes, yeah, just come and stand over here. And I was like, huh? So basically, I ended up on the news, didn't I, Juju? Didn't I? And it was quite... I tried to get Tiffany in the shot with me, but she scurried off.
Actually, I was told by Jeremy, stand over here and get footage for her TikTok.
Yeah, was that like, no, we don't want you in it?
That's what I heard. I was not the Australian woman traveling across the country with my cat.
Okay, that was the highlight for me. And when it was all said and done, I said, how did this happen? Like, and he goes, we move really fast in news. And, yeah, it was just, I don't even know what happened, when it happened. I was quite in shock. But the tour was amazing. I found it very interesting. What about you? What was your highlights?
I think my favorite part was going down and seeing the radio stations. I didn't know that the radio station worked out of the news station. I don't know. It was interesting.
Okay, so looking back at my videos that I recorded of that, it occurred to me that all of them said on air.
Yes, they were.
I just thought empty. It just occurred to me when I looked back at the footage that the radio was happening as we speak.
Yeah, you're not very observant until
No, had
after
we
the
tuned
fact.
in to any radio station, we would have heard it.
Yeah, well, not us, but yeah, we would have heard something.
And you know what the other thing that sort of was interesting as we were walking around? We had no clue who anyone was. You know what I mean? Like we would have no clue if we'd have met the radio people. The news anchors were actually really famous. Was it Tess and Dave?
Yeah, Tess and that one lady, I don't know, I can't think of what her name was, but she was like an older lady who had been on there for like 20 plus years or something.
Yeah, and had I have walked past them in the street, zero clue. So for me to talk to them was like I was just talking to Tiffany. Like they meant nothing to me, if that makes sense. But afterwards, it was sort of like, wow.
And they were sort of excited to talk to you.
Oh, they were. Yeah, I don't think I told you this.
Wait, what happened?
Okay, so I taught them how to speak Aussie. Like I told them how to say g'day, mate. And then they told me how to say howdy, y'all. Long story short, once I was looking at TikTok, I saw that I had been mentioned in a post or whatever. And Tess, the news anchor, had reposted my little video of teaching her to speak Aussie and said, had the best day with Amanda teaching us how to speak Australian or something like that. Like she literally put it on her own TikTok.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You're TikTok famous real life now.
No, remember, the only time I will be TikTok famous is if some random person in the street recognizes me.
Dana was a random woman. She recognized you the second time around.
Okay, so here's another funny story. In the middle of nowhere, literally
middle of nowhere.
It's 3 miles from any, I'll say, landmark, like any other store.
Yeah.
Which is probably 5K. There is a drink stand in the middle of fields of wheat. You just drive along and there's this little shipping containers, I would say, and this like almost barn-looking structure.
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay, so there's a drink sign. So I said, oh, my God, let's stop. She goes, oh, yeah, I've been past it 100 times. I'm like, never been. Let's go. So we get there and I said to her, can I make a little video? And she's like, yeah. So I said, how did this happen? Like, is this your house? Like, asked all those questions. Anyway, I then made a TikTok of it and it just went insane straight away. Like, it went to like 60,000 views in no time at all.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So the next time we went, which was maybe like 2 days later,
yeah,
she's like, I saw your video. And I was like, oh, how? And she said one of my customers had come through and said, you know. Anyway, a lot of people were saying like, where is this? Where is this? So I had told them like middle of bloody nowhere. So, yeah, hopefully she did get a few extra visitors.
Was pretty crowded when we went the other day.
Right.
And she recognized me, so I guess I'm TikTok famous. Just kidding. Damn. She just probably recognized me from all the times I went with you.
Yeah, that was one of the highlights is the random off-the-beaten track things.
Yes, like the Bowie knife.
What? Okay, so someone actually told me it's pronounced Bowie. Do you agree?
I don't know, but now I'm embarrassed that I said this on live internet.
Well, it is spelled Bowie. So I'm going with Bowie.
Okay, let's just stop talking about the knife. Let's talk about the alien grave. That's more interesting.
Okay, but can I just say I missed a prime opportunity with the knife. Someone had commented and said, that's not a knife. This is a knife. And I was like, missed opportunity. Like that would have been the perfect place for me to say that. Hey guys, I'm here at the world's biggest knife. Was it the world's largest Bowie knife?
I think it was but it's not a Bowie.
Bowie. No. It's like how you guys say buoy instead of boy for the bobbling thing in the ocean.
Okay, wait, so it's not a buoy?
It is a buoy, but I call it a boy.
Why? There's a U.
I don't know. It's just how it's pronounced in Australia. But what else did we see that day? We saw something fascinating.
Yes, we visited a 1880s, I don't know, but it was something in the way before I was even born days. And apparently an alien crash landed.
Oh, yeah, 1897.
Yeah, it like crash landed somewhere near Decatur, Texas. And the people...
Aurora,
there we go. The people of the town buried the alien and gave it its own little gravestone and head marker. And it's in a cemetery full of other people.
Unfortunately, someone stole the marker, like the tombstone, which had a little flying saucer on it, which was cool.
Now it's just this huge rock.
Yeah.
But people are still stopping and paying respects. There was cigars that have been half smoked.
Cash. There was some money.
Yeah.
We did see some other crazy things. We saw the world's littlest skyscraper. Why can I not say this word? Skyscraper. So basically, back in 1919, this guy, what was his name? You know it.
J.D. McMahon.
Okay.
J.P. J.D. Something.
I think it was J.D.
J.D. McMahon. We're going to go with J.D.
He duped the town of Wichita Falls into thinking that they had purchased a 480-foot skyscraper. Oh, I said it. But really, he'd conned them, and he made a 480-inch one. And when they took him to court, the judge agreed with him that the contract did say 480 inches. So obviously they did not read it correctly, and he was able to con them. But it is sort of cool. And the worst part it didn't even have stairs inside it. They had to get up. It's 4 stories with a ladder. They've since built stairs. But that was cool. Also, another fascinating thing we saw. The world's second longest burning light bulb.
That's true. We did see that in Fort Worth at the Stockyards. It was in a museum, I think.
Yeah. We paid our $2 to get in. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the museum had more than just that light bulb in there. There was a lot of history in there. They had different things about cattle branding and how farmers used to identify their herd and whatnot. So it was nice, worth the $2.
I also really found it fascinating, the wedding dress.
Ooh, that was cool.
What was the name of it?
It was a bad luck wedding dress.
Oh, so anyone that had worn this wedding dress had either died or some tragedy had happened in their lives. It was basically terrible luck.
Yeah, and it had stayed in this family. It started off with the mom, and then she gave the dress to her daughter, and the daughter's husband died, or fiance died on the way home to the wedding. Then it was given to her daughter, and the husband ended up with MS shortly after the wedding.
Yeah, and then just tragedies that followed them. And then they gave the dress away, and whoever they gave it to also had a tragedy.
Pretty sure she was also in the family. She had their last name as well.
Okay. So they then gave the wedding dress to, well, I don't know how it ended up at the museum, but pretty much the entire thing was a tragedy. But that was fascinating. We saw some incredible things at that museum. Like, it's amazing to go off the beaten track, is what I'm discovering. Tiffany was, I don't think, expecting my level of road trip skill.
What she means is Tiffany was not expecting to stop at every city along the way on a 3.5-hour car ride.
Okay, so let's talk about Perry, Oklahoma.
I will say this, though. They were nice detours. It was fun. I learned things. I saw interesting things, but was not expecting it.
You were not. So Perry is a small town. I don't know what the population is.
It is just under 5,000. I looked it up.
Thank you. So For a start, we saw the Oklahoma's longest running gas station or service station.
Yes.
And it's now a Sinclair, but it started off as a DX.
I'm not sure. I know it's owned by the Kimmett's oil family.
Yeah, and they've had it since, gosh, what was it?
I want to say it was 1930 something because I know it had been open since 1937 was what the thing was.
I want to say we kept joking that the guy needs to live was another 8 years to be 100 years in the family. He started working there. The owner of it now, Craig, started working there. Oh, sorry, Craig. Started working there when he was 17. And what did he say he now was? 67?
I thought he was in 7th grade.
Maybe I misunderstood 17 for 7th grade.
I don't know, but
yeah, that was really cool. And they had a lot of memorabilia and basically the old pumps were on display and yeah, it was cool. What other cool things did we see?
Oh my goodness. So Craig told us we had to go stop by their cafe because it was one of the
comeback?
it was the continuously running cafe in Perry, Oklahoma. It was the Comeback Lunch Cafe or something like that. And that had been open for 98 years. And then we met some amazing older women there.
We did. Miss Hattie
Fisher,
93 years old.
with the sweetest 92-year-old boyfriend. Don't forget that.
She did have some tragedy. 20 years ago, her husband was killed in a forklift accident at work. But she was a character. She really was so amazing to talk to, and just I said to her, "Are you Miss Oklahoma?" And she said, "Yes, I'm Miss Perry." She just was a complete, like, she had the best sense of humor, and she had a friend with her. What's her name? Janet? Barb. Oh, you have got a great memory. Yes, that was Barb. She was a character as well. They were just really lovely, and everyone knew everyone in the little cafe.
Definitely a unique experience. Want to go back in 2 years for their 100-year anniversary.
Yes, that would actually be really cool. I imagine that would be amazing. So you can probably hear in the background, that is Amara. Amara, do you want to say g'day? Want to come and say hi? No? Everyone can hear you guys talking, so I wanted to give you a chance to say hi. Miles is going to come say hi. You got to get right up in the microphone. You got to speak right in here. Okay, speak in here and say hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
Good.
How many years old are you?
I don't know.
5, 6, 7, 8? 4?
Yeah, 4.
You are very big for 4. Can you speak a little closer to this?
I am 4.
And what are you doing today? Play-Doh? You got to speak. Okay. It has been a pleasure to talk to you. Amara, do you want to come say hi? No? Tiffany is back. She is, I don't know how she does it. Tiffany is Superwoman looking after 4 kids. How old are they now?
So I have Amara, who is 6, Miles is 4, and then I have 2 almost 3-year-old, and the baby is 1.
Wow. Full house. Can you tell everyone your exciting news about where we are recording from?
We're recording from the comfort of our home, the kitchen.
More detail, please.
No, my husband and I recently bought a home out in Geronimo, Oklahoma, and on Amanda's lovely road trip, she stopped by as a little housewarming gift.
I am the gift.
And so, yeah, we are recording from our brand new kitchen.
And when we say brand new, we don't just mean brand new to Tiffany. We literally mean a brand new estate, a brand new house. And I've got to say, it is lovely in every way and has made me up my house hunting game because I really want a kitchen like this.
She's buying a house around the corner, y'all.
There actually is one for sale. Literally, there's one behind her. There's one across the road from her. They're all brand new. It's like a whole estate is being built currently. Oh, my God, I didn't tell you what happened to me the other night.
Oh, my gosh, what happened?
So I had to go to the Dollar General. So I went for a little walk to get America some cat food. And it was late. It was after 9 because it shut at 10. Mm-hmm. So anyway, as I walked there, I saw the most amazing sunset. But as I was coming back, I ran into your neighbours sitting in armchairs watching their kids, I guess, set off fireworks in the street. Mm-hmm. And anyway, I was chatting to them, but I also went by the school. There's this school nearby that is a dome. Well, it's like 3 buildings and they're round and with a domed roof. And Tiffany surmised that it was probably because of the tornadoes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. It blows my mind when we're driving along and we'll see a barn flattened or a house with a roof ripped off. And Tiffany will say, oh, that was probably a tornado.
Then she's like mind blown, like
Mind
what? A tornado did
blown.
that?
I can't tell you how much I want to see a tornado. Do you agree, Julius? No? Yes, I would love to see a tornado. I did watch a video the other day of a guy that was in his car under a underpass as I think it was a Category 4 tornado went over the top and his car nearly got sucked up, and that did make me fear for my life. So I don't want to see one that close is what I'm guessing.
Okay, but what I have heard is that whenever you are like in the car driving and there's a tornado, so Oklahoma's highways and roads have like these little ditches on the side of them, like where you trenches, I guess is what they're called. And you're supposed to like hunker down in the trench, and I guess the tornado can't get you there. I don't know. It goes right over you, I'm guessing.
Huh. Yeah, I think it would be fascinating to see one. But I also think it would be a lot different to what I picture in my head. Like I'm picturing a storm chasing, like looking at it over there like, ooh, look at it. Doesn't it look amazing? But apparently the sky goes pitch black. Like it's not like you would see in a movie is what I understand.
Perfect segue, because Amanda and I went to Kansas, and now we are not in Kansas anymore.
Wait. Oh, I thought I had a better one. Oh. There we go.
When being cool goes wrong.
Okay, say it again. We'll just pretend that didn't happen.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah. We did think that was cool as we were leaving Kansas. But we did see some cool things. Did we talk about the ghost town almost of Sedan, Kansas?
No, we did not.
So we went to Kansas. We were so close, and we figured it was maybe half an hour from Pawhuska, which was the... You want to say hi? Julius, hi. Hi. No? Now he's literally smiling into the microphone. Now that he has the opportunity to talk, not aware. Oh, there we go. We got a little scratchy scratch. Anyway, long story short, we went to Sedan, Texas, which has a great, Sedan, Kansas, which has a great, why do I keep saying Great Ocean Road? Has the yellow brick road. The weird thing was, it was like a ghost town. There was no one out. It was so bizarre. There was not a single T-shirt for sale.
Yeah, it was so weird. We were on Main Street because that's where the yellow brick road was, and I'm assuming that was the main street of the town. And there were probably about 20 businesses, and I kid you not, the middle of the day on Saturday, 3 of them were open. Okay, I'll be nice. 4 of them were open. One of them had a sign that said, "Hi, I'm open, but I'm down the road working on another project. Call me, and I'll be here shortly." Yeah,
it was so bizarre. And I even said to a girl, like, where would we get a T-shirt? Because we had seen something in a senior citizen's window that said, "Don't make me drop a house on you," or something like that.
Yeah,
and we're like,
something.
that is the coolest T-shirt. And everyone's like, well, everyone, like the one or two people that we met were like, no, we don't have anything like that. Like, we
Yeah.
don't have any.
We went into a hardware store and he couldn't even tell us where the sign was about the yellow brick road.
Yeah.
And then we went
it
to a
was
gift
weird.
shop and they literally had nothing that said sedan, yellow
All
brick
they had
road.
was Trump stuff.
That was they had shot glasses that said sedan.
That was literally the only thing in the town
But-
that had the name on it.
yeah.
It was a missed opportunity, I felt.
Oh, definitely. It
But
was
then
sort of
maybe
weird.
no one really visits the the yellow brick road.
Yeah, I guess people aren't as Aussie fans as we are.
Sad. Anyway, what plans do you have for the coming week?
Well, my husband is supposed to be off for the holiday weekend, so we are
Oh.
probably going to barbecue and find a place to watch some fireworks.
So when you mean holiday weekend, do you mean Thursday?
Yes, so they usually get like 4 days off for holidays, and
Mhm.
so he will be off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Wow. You do know I'll be in Texas if you feel like a little road trip.
Yeah, but you're going to be so far in Texas.
Really? You just said Thursday, Friday. I'll be in Austin.
Uh-huh.
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 It's not that far.
Okay, you're forgetting that I've literally been going everywhere with you
I
for like
know.
2 weeks.
I
My
know.
husband's like, I want you back.
But you also forget that you're so close.
Am I really that close?
Yeah, and you have a friend in Austin.
I do have a friend in Austin, but he may have plans, so.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. Anyway, it has been an absolute pleasure having you and the family
Yes.
live
because-
on location in Tiffany's kitchen. I love that as we're wrapping it up, it's a ghost town, like not a single word, not
Yeah.
a peep from anyone.
Julius is under the table. Xavier's not eating his breakfast, and the other kids are playing with Play-Doh.
Yeah, living the dream. Well, thank you so much for having me. I have truly appreciated it.
Well, thank you for having us. We have
Aw.
appeared. Ooh, that's awkward. We've appreciated you being here.
I do want to say I did babysit a couple of times, which was fun.
Ooh, do you want to babysit some more?
In Texas.
Take a child to Texas.
Ooh.
Take Ginger to Texas.
The dog.
Yes. Loving this for me.
Well, I hope everyone has an amazing day. I just want to say thank you again to everyone that has been listening. Really appreciate you guys. So if you have any questions or feedback, reach out to our Facebook page. Send us a voicemail. Links in the show notes. Tiffany, as we always say, if it's not
5 stars, we don't want it.
not at all. Rate and review us on any platform. I think we're on everything.
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 Check us out, y'all.
Wow, I love. You know what I love? Just a segue is how everyone says "ma'am" here, like calls you "ma'am." Like, and I even heard it when I was at in the swimming hole yesterday. I heard a kid say to another kid, "No, ma'am," and I was or something like that. Like, "That's my shoe, ma'am," and I was like, "Oh my god, that is adorable."
It's so funny because my kids say ma'am and
They
sir
do.
sometimes.
I
Yeah.
love it. It's so cute. Anyway, have a wonderful week, and I will catch you either back in Oklahoma or wherever I end up.
That sounds awesome.
Have a great day, y'all.
Bye.